I'm trying to like figure out why the hell I look tan in the viewfinder over there. I'm gonna laugh if I'm not actually tan looking in the video, because then none of that will make sense. Hey guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I would do another piercing video. This one would be about my Daith piercing, or Daith, however you pronounce it. I did find out that the appropriate pronunciation is Daith. I'd been saying it Daith like faith because that's how it's spelled, and yeah, English language is weird as hell. But it has been a little over a month now since I got my Daith piercing. It was actually a month on July 3rd. So I thought I would just kind of do a little update with how it's been for the past month. So a little background on the piercing itself. My mom and I've mentioned this before, we've been going to the same location for pretty much all of our piercings since we started getting piercings. But the day that we went to get our Daith piercings, there were no piercers there at the location we normally went to, which is strange because at that specific location, which is one of the many branches of this tattoo business, they only do piercings there. So for no piercers to be there, it was kind of weird, and we never quite got a grasp as to whether both piercers left and they didn't have any to fill that location, but they kept the location open. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It was a little upsetting because I liked both piercers there. Like, they were great. I really hope they're not gone forever because I really liked them. I guess I'll find out when I go get my next piercing. But anyway, so we stayed with the same company. You know, they've got their main location and then this was just one of their like branch locations. So we went to their main location, which is actually where I've gotten 3 of my tattoos before. Yeah, one of them being my finger one, and then my book on my wrist, and then my cat and my dog on my ankle. So we just decided to go there instead because we do like the company. We wanted to stick with them for piercings, so yeah. So it was it a Friday or a Saturday? Usually we get piercings on Saturdays, so I'm gonna say it was a Saturday. So we actually went in and it wasn't that busy, which was kind of surprising because usually it is very busy there. When we went and got our finger tattoos, they were very busy that day. Surprisingly, not that busy when we went for our piercings. So we went in, we did the whole paperwork spiel, you know, handed over our driver's license, yada, yada, yada. And so then within 10 minutes, the girl was ready for us and we went on back. So for this piercing, this was actually the first time I had to lie down for a piercing. All my other ones, I've just, you know, sat upright, whatever, except for my belly button piercing, but I don't count that one since I don't have it still. So we actually had to lie down for this piercing, I guess just because of the angle for it. But yeah, so mine is on my left ear, my mom's was on her right ear. For some reason, we always do the opposite of one another. She went first, as always. I always make my mom go first so I can look at her reaction. Nothing to it for her. So I got up there, the girl cleaned the area, had me lay down. This piercing was actually really fast compared to like all my other ones. I just don't know if that was the style for this piercer, or like if the other piercers I've been to just took longer or whatever. I don't know. But this girl, I mean, she was like wham bam, done. Like, I didn't even flinch. Like, I would just, I didn't realize it had been done. It had been done so fast. So the actual piercing did not hurt. I thought it would because, I mean, that's kind of a, yeah, that's up in there. It's not an easy angle to get. So I thought for sure it was gonna hurt. She would have to finagle it a little bit. Nope, not at all. However, as I say with all of my piercings, threading the jewelry through the new piercing actually hurt. Not a lot, not as much as my tragus did. I still say that my tragus hurt the most just because it's, you know, my tragus is kind of tiny. But threading the jewelry always hurts me, I guess just because the piercing is, I mean, it just happened. So kind of doing that friction against it is gonna irritate it a bit. So the piercing itself didn't hurt, but threading the jewelry did. Now, unlike other piercings like my cartilages, my helixes, whatever, my conch, my nostril, it did bleed a little bit. Like my tragus bled a little bit, my septum bled a little bit, the Daith bled a little bit. Not too much, not as much as my mom. I don't know why she bleeds like a stuck pig, but mine bled, but not nearly as much as hers. Usually with piercings for me, they start to hurt or throb a little bit about an hour to 2 hours after they've been done. This one never hurt. It still doesn't hurt unless I like bump it or mess with it too much. Kind of surprising, like it did not hurt at all afterwards. I didn't sleep on it the first night, duh. You shouldn't sleep on new piercings. But by the second night I was sleeping on it and it didn't hurt at all. I guess because it's like up in there so it doesn't hit the pillow like, you know, a helix would or something. So that was kind of surprising. It did not hurt at all, like afterwards. Now, I will say the Daith piercing is kind of hard to clean just because of its placement. I mean, you've got like a little area up in here. You have area behind your tragus. It can be a little difficult to clean. It does get crusty. All piercings do. That's just name of the game. That's just what happens. Like even now, 4 weeks later, it's still crusty. I mean, in my thumbnail picture, I'm pretty sure there's like a speck of blood crust or something on the actual jewelry. Sorry about that, I couldn't get it. But it is difficult to clean, but not impossible. Just saying. Like I mentioned, it hardly hurts. The only time it hurts is if I try and like move the jewelry at all to like clean it. And it doesn't hurt at first. It only hurts like if I continue to do it and mess with it. Like always with new piercings, you probably shouldn't mess with them. Even though that's like the first thing you want to do is like sit there and turn it and play with it and yada yada yada. You really shouldn't. Which also leads into, because of its placement, it's kind of hard to mess with it too much. You know, with these on the outside, I can easily turn them. With the conch, I can turn it. You know, tragus is kind of hard to mess with too. But this one, it's very hard to like get in there and turn it or mess with it too much. So yeah, that's kind of nice. I did have to change my tragus piercing recently because it was too long and it kept hitting the jewelry in the Daith piercing, which did make it hurt a little bit. So I recently changed it to a shorter bar. So the opal that was here is gone, unfortunately, but it's much, much happier. They're not hitting one another too much. They're still kind of hitting one another, but not nearly as bad as before. But yeah, so really and truly nothing to that piercing. Now, I will say, a lot of people get the Daith piercing. Like one of the questions we were asked was, are we getting the piercing for headaches? Are we getting the piercing for looks? And of course my mom and I are like, looks? We just want another piercing. A lot of people say that the Daith piercing helps with headaches. I have not found that to be true yet. Even right now, as I'm filming, I have a splitting headache and it really hurts. Not nearly as bad as what I had yesterday. I had a migraine yesterday. I had a migraine so bad yesterday I vomited. Like that never happens. So yeah, who is calling me? A number I don't know. So I haven't found that it has helped with my headaches. You know, maybe it takes a while. I don't know. Some people claim that it cures them of their headaches. I don't get headaches nearly as much as I used to, but that was happening before the piercing. But when I get headaches now, they are straight on migraines. Like this is just the remnants of what I had yesterday. And it's still pretty painful. So I'm not noticing that it's keeping headaches at bay, but at the same time, I don't get headaches nearly as much as I used to, and I'm not sure they work with migraines. I think it's just like headache in general, so I don't really know. But yeah, so that has just been my experience with my Daith piercing. This is just kind of a 1 month update as to how it has been going, how it's been healing. I may do updated videos about my piercings later on down the road, because I look back at some of my early videos and they're kind of cringeworthy, so I may redo some of them. But yeah, if you have any questions pertaining to the Daith piercing or any of my other wonderful piercings, let me know. I would be more than happy to answer them, because I love me some piercings. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Please go on down there and click that red button that says subscribe. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys.